Hello folks, beautiful day. I'm back down at the beach. I'm facing the beach for once. I'm getting the good views. And I've got a new toy. Trangia have asked me to be one of their ambassadors. Well, I use a lot of Trangia gear. I'm actually smitten with it. I like it. But this means I get to try their other gear. And this is going to be fun, because they've got some interesting bits of kit. But today I asked to try a Mini Trangia. Now, you probably saw them on the internet and on YouTube. A lot of people's tried them and spoke well of them and what have you. But I want to make my own mind up. Here, get rid of that box. Right, here it comes. Nice and solid. Looks like it's all aluminium. Right. A nice wee frying pan. Now that is going to come in handy. You couldn't make a full meal on it, but you could do your breakfast and wee bits and bobs. This isn't meant to be for making big meals. It's for backpacking. Doing simple stuff. What's this? Oh, it's a gripper. I heard folk complaining about the gripper. Why? Get a life, there's nothing wrong with the gripper. Aluminium again, the bowl. There's a ridge on the bottom for some reason. I believe it's 800 mils, which is, that's a fair bit of liquid. You could do a can of beans in that, no bother. There's a lot of things you could do in that. No, let's see how it goes. That's what we'll be testing out. The usual burner with a snuffer on top. I've actually been into this already, so it's full. And of course the base, again aluminium. The whole thing is lightweight. I did read somewhere, but I forgot. But yeah, it doesn't weigh a pound. I think it's 320 grams or something. Don't take that as being right. I'm never right. Anyway, let's fire it up and see how well it does. Now, what will we do today? No, we're not doing a pot noodle. I know what I'll have. Let's see if we can do a ration pack. That means boiling it. And also a cup of soup. Broccoli and Stilton. Posh soup. Just how I like them. Anyway, let's fire it up. Oh. I filled this before I came out. Oh hey, it's burning. And we'll fold up the ration pack. Hey, that fits. Right, water. By the time I get this sorted out, the jets should be starting on that. Right, that's a good amount of water in. And let's just get it on. Now, that wee recess underneath just sits nicely into the top. Of the support. And we'll get it boiled up, give it 10 minutes, and then we'll see how it is. So we'll come back in 10 minutes, because there's nothing worse than a watched kettle, they say. Well, I suppose that'll be the same with watching something boil up. But as you can see, no hassle. Started, no bother. And then, I'll tell you what I'm thinking with it. Oh, it's a beautiful day. I'm just going to sit about for 10 minutes. Be back in a wee while. Oh, that's just all the 10 minutes I've given it. As you can see, there is a good rolling boil. Now you wouldn't get that on a lot of other cookers. The wee ones. I'm looking at field cookers. Anyway, let's get that off. I wonder if you can use, oh, not you can't. It's worth a try. Right, first things first, we'll get that water out of there. So we'll get the cuppy soup, broccoli and Stilton. I tried this before. Well, I've been drinking it in the house the last couple of days. And it's absolutely fantastic. Just, you know, powdered soups, or cup of soups as some folk call them, they're not always that great. But this shit is. Oh. Right. So I get a wee stir. Can't be a nice bit of soup at dinner time. Good cup of tea or what have you. But the main event is still to come. Let's try this. Oh, that is really good. It's an own brand. It's probably the same as everybody else's. Anyway, let's get into this. Oh, it's very hot. Get the heat off it. Oh. Now, what's this to be? It's pasta, beef and tomato sauce. It also says it's halal. Get a wee stir. It's piping hot and it's lovely. Oh, now you used to see me using ration packs a lot. When I was fishing I used to use ration packs. I used to get the whole bag. And this is where I think this wee cooker would come in handy, is army ration packs. Now I spoke to a few guys that did a bit of time in the army. A few of them admitted that they had Trangias with them. Rather than the army stove. That's British forces. The army stove, well, when I first used them, it was back in the 60s and they were using a petrol driven thing. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, but it was a bit bulky. But the field stove was a hexi block. And then it went on to the Fire Dragon, which is a gel. I've used them when I've been out walking, you know, and I'd be heating up things like pot noodle and a cup of soup and that, or just a cup of tea. Or that's good. But I found that they just heated. It didn't boil. You know, you couldn't have used them for anything else. And the burn time with the packet wasn't up to much. I didn't have much, even the Hexi block, I didn't have much faith in them. In fact, both the Hexi block and the Fire Dragon fuel or gel, the best thing was they were good for starting fires. Get a bit of wood and that and use that stuff as a fire lighter. So this is what I'm thinking. You know, Sweden, where this comes from, where the Trangia comes from, that's coming into, that'll be in NATO by the end of the year. And I know some of the ex-Eastern Bloc places use one of the old style Trangias. I don't know the right name, I heard it was called the Dirty Box. But I believe even today they still use a similar system. So what I'm saying to folk, particularly those people that like to, you know, make sure that Scotties have everything, which they should, is have a look at these, because your guys are using them on the fly, so they must be good. Easy to light, a good burn time. There's a fair bit left in that. The same again, I'd say. The fuel's easy to get. Aye, why not have a look at them? Okay, I know back in my day, I was against this type of burner because you couldn't get the fuel. You could only get the fuel by signing for it in a chemist, and they'd only give you a wee bottle. Good. But now, these are excellent bits of kit. Easy to handle. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something. Sometime in the next couple of videos, I'm going to do a 24-hour hike. Well, it'll be more. And I'm going to get an army ration pack. I think I can get them for about £15, £18. And I'll do an overnighter, a 24-hour, using army ration packs. How's that? You fancy it? I'll tell you what, I'll get the gear, I'll go and do it, and you can come and watch it. You got that? Right, I'll see you there. I'm getting into this.